Here we have a Nintendo GameCube Color. This is the purple atomic version. It doesn't have a lid in the back, and I think I paid like $50 for this thing. So when you turn it on, I don't know if you can see right there, but it doesn't make any sound. The screen looks fine though, besides it being a little scratched up, it looks fine. We don't have the cover for the back, like I said, and there's no sound. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna open this up actually, and I'm gonna try to give this thing an upgrade. So we're gonna try to give this thing like an OLED display and figure out what's going on with that freaking speaker issue. Let me switch over to this camera. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is take this apart. Let me turn on this light. We're gonna take this apart. It's not that big of a deal taking these apart. There's just screws right here. We're gonna remove this obviously. Get the batteries out. And you could already see this thing has a bunch of gunk and stuff on the inside. Stickers all worn out. You can't tell because the light's pretty bright right here, but it's pretty yellow and nasty. I'm gonna take out all these screws and we're gonna get to the motherboard and then we'll go from there. Let me do that really quick. Alright, so we basically just took off the top shelf of this. Just four, five, six screws right here that are on this little thing right here. You can see right there. 1, 2, 3, 6 on the outside. This pops out, and then there's 3 screws, one right here, 2, 3. Take those off. Now we have access to the board, and in order for us to remove this, we have to take off these tiny little, if I can zoom in a little bit, yeah, we gotta pop these out. Try to do it with the plastic spudger, not anything metallic, because if you scratch any of these components right here on the side, or you snap one of these little plastic clips on the side, then it's gonna be a nightmare to replace this whole LCD connector. But anyways, after you take those off, I like to stick one of these little spudgers right here and just pop it out like that. I won't have to use my hands. That comes out. After you get that out, let me zoom out. After you get that ribbon out, the screws out, this is the little side thing for the power. Put that away. And then there's a top part right here. Another plastic part right here on top. Put that away before you lose it. I can see here's where the speaker's connected. I'm gonna see on the other side. On this side it looks good. There's nothing wrong that I see from here, so let's try to pop this motherboard out. Unless I'm missing something else or what. Yeah. Looks like I'm missing another screw somewhere. Should be just coming out. Oh, it's the little adhesive from the actual screen right here that kind of makes it hard to come out. But that's it. This is the front plate of it. These are the button membranes, which I am trying to do a shell swap on this, so I'm probably gonna keep these. The new kit that I have for this screen, I mean for this Game Boy, does come with these, but don't throw these away because these are way better than the ones you're gonna be getting when you buy, you know, one of these screen kits for these things. So I always keep them. I try to use the original buttons, the plastic buttons as well. This one obviously I'm gonna clean up because that's disgusting. Who knows what the hell that is? That's why I'm wearing these black gloves, because you don't know what kind of jungle you're stepping in when you open up these old devices like this. So after taking those buttons off, you could keep using the same screen. You could just take the board, which is right here, and then just get like another screen. So it's like, I mean right here, the shell, you see, this is the shell. You could just keep the original screen and replace the shell. This one's in really bad shape. It has cracks everywhere. There's a bunch of cockroach shit right here that I'm not even gonna mess with. I probably am gonna need this black paint for the other shell, because a lot of times they don't come with them. But yeah, we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna swap it over to a new shell. Now this speaker, you see that shit that's inside of there? I don't know what it is, but it looks grimy. It looks rusted actually. But these speakers do go bad. I mean, how old is this thing already? This handheld's pretty old already as it is. And I do see some rust right here in the where the jack, your headphone jack connects. I'm gonna give this board some visual inspection under the microscope, but probably not actually, because everything looks good. Everything looks good besides the speaker that's rusted. The board is looking good, and I know it works. So let's replace this speaker and let's put in a new speaker on this. So anyways, right now I got the speaker from Game Boy Advance. It's not the same as the Game Boy Color. I mean, the board wise it's not the same, but the speaker is the same. Should work the same because I don't have a replacement for this speaker. And I desoldered the old one that I'll show you right now how rusted it was, and we're gonna put this one from the other console that I know is working. So once we have those wires through the hole, right, we're gonna come over here with some solder. We're gonna solder them in really quick. First we're gonna clean our iron because it's really nasty. Okay, now it's clean. Now let's go ahead and smell all that crap. I need to buy a, well actually I have it. I have one of those fume extractors. We need to get it going though. But anyways, let's put this back. Let's solder this back in there. Let's turn around. This is the new speaker, or newish. I know it works at least. So that looks pretty good. So after putting all the buttons back and the membranes back where they're supposed to be, all we have to do now is flip this board over and put that ribbon cable connected to the main board and screw everything back together. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna do it super fast so that you don't have to watch the whole thing. Anyways, we're back. I already put it back together. I got a game in there. Mario. It's Mario for the original Game Boy. This is the shell from the old one. Nothing in there anymore. This is the new screen. This is an OLED screen. Turning it on. Straight off the bat, you hear the sound is back. And look at this screen. But you know what? This screen, yeah, even though it looks good, that's for a Mario game. Let's put on a real Game Boy Color game in here. That, you know, it's not fair. This is an OLED screen. You're playing old game. This is how it looks. This is the only game that I have for this thing to test it out. So it's I think it's like a Dexter game. See how good it looks? Sound is good. Trying to get this camera to, there you go. Look at those colors. You'll never see a Game Boy Color with this kind of screen. I don't know if you remember, but the Game Boy Color, the screen is very dim, it's very low, you can't even tell anything. You have to have one of those little lights to help you be able to see anything. Also, it's a touch screen. If you touch this screen for whatever, you get all the settings on it. You could even change the logo right here. It's lit up. You can change that logo color to whatever color you want just by touching it. It keeps changing. See, like that one's green, that one's like a purple color, but I like that green one. I think that one looks good with this one, so we're gonna leave it with that. And that's it. Another Game Boy Color successfully refurbished. It looks great, it plays great, and that's gonna be it for this video. See you guys later.